2015, basically, we're not changing much there. It's not the new rules that they have out now. We are changing the retrieves just to simplify everything. So on the Schutzen 1, it will only be a retrieve on flat. For the Schutzen 2, it will be a retrieve on flat and a retrieve over the high jump. For Schutzen 3, it'll be all three. The flat, the high jump, and the wall. That's the major change there. The other change is how it will be judged. So, yes?
When you say over the wall, are you talking the A-frame or the actual old wall?
No, the A-frame, but we will get to that.
One dumbbell only? Or
Excuse me?
Three dumbbells?
Yes.
Like Schutzen?
Yes, same thing. The only change will be, for the Schutzen 1, it's only on the flat. For the 2, it's on the flat and over the high jump. And for the 3, it's over the wall too. So you do all three retrieves. That's the major change. The other change will be that the judging will be on attitude, speed, enthusiasm. Not so much if it's a perfectly straight front. Not so much if it's a perfectly straight finish. So if you have a dog that will do both, that has the highest drive, the highest attitude, and is straight, of course, you're going to score the highest. But if we have to choose between a dog hitting a front, but slowing down to do that, that is not going to score as high as the dog who's flying in and is a little crooked. We want to start looking at that as our main criteria, is that the dog is driven, is fast, is showing enthusiasm. For heeling, we don't care what kind of heeling you do. You can do heeling where the dog is throwing its legs up, if you're into style heeling. If you're not and you want your dog heeling next to you, that's fine too. The dog has to show attitude. So if he's heeling next to you, he can't be doing so with his ears flat back on his head and his tail tucked between his legs. That's not going to get you a score. But a dog that's heeling just by your side, in the correct position, you're going to score. If the dog is showing a ton of attitude but is a little bit out, you're still going to score. It won't be as high, the dog will be a little bit out, but what we're looking for is the attitude. You can use any command you want for the exercise. If you want to say sit for the sit out of motion, that's fine. If you want to say place for the sit out of motion, that's fine. As long as when you say it, your dog does it. That's what we're looking for there. The retrieves are the same. We want a dog who's fast. Fast out, fast back, showing enthusiasm. We're going to be scoring that way. If the dog is fast out and comes flying back but trots here to hit a straight front, you're going to lose a significant amount of points for that. The dog has to jump. That's why the jump is in there. So right now, if you go to trials, you see a lot of dogs stutter stepping the jump. You're going to lose points for that. It used to be years ago, we lost a ton of points for that. Your dog couldn't stutter step the jump. We're going back to that. So it's going to be your dog has to jump. If he doesn't, you are going to lose points. That's why the jump is in there. Same with the wall, it has to be speed. The dog has to attack the wall, go over it, come back fast. Any questions on that? So the scoring will be a little bit different, and we're really looking for that. That's basically the obedience portion. It's going to remain very much the same as it is today, but the scoring will be different than it's been before.
Just because I know it's going to come up. Hand position, a basic position, all that stuff.
We don't care where you put your hand. If your hand is here on a finish, that's fine. If your hand is here on a finish, that's fine. We don't care where that hand is. You can't heel like this. That's tremendous handler help. Okay? So handler help comes into play across the board, which I don't think it is right now either. If you walk with your dog like this for heeling, for the entire heeling portion, that's handler help. You're going to be scored on that. That's a lot of handler help. If you have to walk that slowly in order to control your dog, you're going to lose points for that. So I don't even think that's on the radar right now in competition anymore. People walk that slowly all the time. You can't. It's going to be considered handle. But we don't care where your hand is. Heel position. Heel position is going to be at your side here. Dog shoulder at your leg. If you're this much forward, this much back, we're not going to be sitting there. The dog, again, has to show attitude and has to be on this side. Within heel position. No other questions on it? Okay.
And it's okay for your dog to drop its rear and prance with its front leg.
We already said that. Yep. You missed that.
I was gone. I want to make sure everybody heard that.
Yeah, style. The style points, that's a style. You can choose any style of heeling you want your dog to do. We are not going to be critical if the dog drops its rear end to heel with you at all. That's not what this is about. So, also, another thing that comes up right now is vocalization. Your dog can vocalize some. Can't be screaming through a routine. But a little bit of vocalization in the routine, you're not going to be docked points for. We want to have some drive in our dogs. So we're going to show you Teresa's heeling, which is heeling that she has been docked points on before because of the legs throwing up or the rear end being low. That heeling will be absolutely fine. We're all and there's going to be no points taken off of that. Kim's dog heeling a little bit. Kim can't walk well and the dog stays in position, but that's going to score too. So it's not like one is going to be losing any amount of points because of that, yes.
What about the dog that's in drive, that's right with you, that's hopping and stuff? Are they going
A
to take
little
points?
hopping is not going to lose points. This dog is going to hop because it has to, because she can't walk. So it hops a little bit. That's fine.
You don't care as long as they're in that
As long
zone
as
next
they're
to your
in that
leg.
position, yes. Now, if they're doing it on their rear legs, no. You're going to lose points. But if they're hopping as they move along or hop, perfectly okay.
Is the heel position going to have a little more leeway?
A little, but it's going to have to still be over here. I mean, that's one of the things we will critique. You can be a little ahead, you can be a little behind, yes.
Will
But,
you define
but
that
little.
space in inches?
The
or-
defined spaces is his shoulder is supposed to be at your leg. Now, if his head is here, that's okay. We're not going to say if this head is up because of your heeling style, that's fine. If you're heeling here and your dog is at this position but the head is curved, that's fine. So we're not going to be taking points off for that as long as the dog is showing attitude. That's what's going to get points off. So even if your dog's head is up but its tail is tucked, you're going to lose points. So those are the things that we're going to be looking at in obedience.